Today I wanted to talk about how to know if something is for you. And I am in this beautiful setting on this gorgeous day on my wonderful deck. So I figured what better day than to talk about this. So this is the spot. It's just a pull-off. And it looks like 2 picnic tables, even a grill. So I am excited to be here. It might be a little buggy, so I'm putting up my mosquito net. I've had some people ask me about this magnet over here that says, I am for you, and I don't even really remember where I got it. I just remember that when I got it, that saying I am for you meant something to me. The main reason I think that it resonated with me is that for a lot of my life, I was trying to figure out my identity in line with what I was against, which I think is pretty normal. But lately, that has made me wonder what I am actually standing for rather than against. Anyway, seeing those words is a subtle reminder to me that I should be looking for those things that are good and right and true and beautiful, so that I hardly take notice of those things that I'm against anymore. It also reminds me that even though I can't explain it, there is something beyond myself that is rooting for me in ways that I can't even understand. I'll get on to the other things in a minute, but I can't cook and talk at the same time. I try. Tonight, I am having some organic super grains. These are pearl millet, wheat berries, and quinoa. These baby bellas and mushrooms in general, I use as a meat because they can have that texture if you cook them right and season them right. So that will be my meat. And then I've got some of my veggies, so I'm just trying to use up what I've got before I go shopping again. Chop them a little thicker so that they're a little meatier tasting. And these are just a few seeds, never hurt anybody. And then the broccolis. I'll just cut the florets off and actually do a few of these too. The stem is really good for you as well. And this will last a little longer, so I think I'll keep it till it lasts me another day. So cut these a little more fine because they'll take a while to cook up. And there we have it. Chop chop. Coconut oil. These cook down just a little bit. I'd never like to have them be to where they like lose consistency and crunch and just don't have that meatiness to them. So I'll do that, and I'll just put these in and show you what that looks like. But I'll let these cook a little while. But if you could smell it right now, the coconut. And then, yeah, this I think you can see that they are nice and browned. Even the broccoli are browned. So these are perfect. It's just been a couple minutes. That's all you need. And then I will put this here. Let that sit for a minute while I prepare the grains. And this is what they look like. And these are flavored with Tuscan herbs, it says. It smells really, really nice. So it's dried garlic, red bell pepper, dried onion, sun-dried tomatoes, parsley, sage, basil, and rosemary. So I'll just turn the heat back up a little bit. And what I like about this is you can, I don't have a microwave or anything, so you can just do it over the skillet and it's already cooked. It just needs to be heated up. So if you have a microwave, you can do it in a microwave. If you have an oven, you can do it in the oven. And if you have a skillet, you can do it on the skillet. And really good flavoring. I don't have to use water this way. And in the little packets, they stay for a long time. So this is a great way to get a meal when you've got some produce that you're needing to cook up, and then just have a simple packet to supplement my produce, not the other way around. And then I'll just add this. Oh. Start off. Look at how lovely it is. Beautiful meal. Anyway, lately I've been thinking a lot about that. How do I really know that something's for me? One way I think that you can know that something is for you is that it brings clarity and alignment in your life rather than chaos and confusion. You might hear cicadas go off every so often. But it's quiet right now. So to the first point of bringing clarity and alignment rather than chaos and confusion, when I was at a point in my life when there was just a lot of confusion and a little bit of chaos, I started looking into things that would bring me joy, things that I wanted to do in my life that would make sense. And at the time, I guess it was at the beginning of the van life craze, I don't know, but vans started popping up on my feed. I was looking for other things that I could do, but that seemed in alignment with something that I would want to do. And so I took my SUV and I gutted it and put things in it and went camping and found that I absolutely loved it. So then I started casually looking for a van. And I have told you this before, but I started off looking at big rigs and then it whittled its way down to a smaller van, and I've told you why I chose a small van in another video, and you can look at that. But the reason that I knew that van life was for me is how much clarity and alignment it brought to my life. It has been incredible. I'm trying to get you in here so that you can see what I'm eating here. It's wonderful. So, another way that you can tell that something is for you is that it comes easily. And I don't mean that you don't have to work for it or you stop trying. I mean that you won't feel like you have to chase it or persuade it or convince it. It will just seem like it is the next logical step to take. I've had that happen a lot in my life. My jobs were mainly things that just seemed like the next logical step in the trajectory of my life and what I was doing at the time. And even a lot of the fun, unexpected things are usually those things that are just things that come easy. And so I think that is one indicator that something is for you. And obviously you're going to want to chase your dreams and you are going to have to work hard and try for things. So that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that when I could see that something was clearly there, it just came so naturally and a lot easier than if it wasn't for me and I just kept trying and trying and trying and pursuing it and trying to convince it that it needed me, rather than seeing that, no, this makes sense. It makes sense. And that leads quite naturally into the third point, which is when something is for you, you don't have to beg for it or force it. It is something that will feel peaceful and grounded and safe. And for me, van life and being in my tiny home on wheels, it's the only home that I have owned all by myself and have built from what it seems like the ground up. It is like a peaceful haven for me, and I feel so safe, even when to other people it may seem very odd and feel unsafe. To me, it's the most secure place on earth I could ever be. Also, when something is for you, it won't make you second guess or question your worth. I guess what I'm trying to say here is that you should never feel like you have to prove yourself to anybody. And you all have been very instrumental in me understanding that. Because you get to a certain age or point in your life where you really don't care what other people think. And I forgot that being on YouTube and having people say things to you, you forget that. And to have so many of you remind me of my worth is so meaningful. And I am so grateful for that. And so I think what I want to say is that I hope that you too understand your worth. You should never have to question that or ask for it. It is a given. You are worthy. And so that is how you know something is truly for you. And the last thing I wanted to say is that when something is for you, it will feel healthy and supportive and not toxic or destructive. And this may be in reference to people more than anything else, but I have known that the people that I have around me now are for me because they are so supportive of me, and they are positive and uplifting and healthy emotionally, so that it makes me feel like everything is right in the world because they are for me. And so I am so grateful to have them in my little world. And I am also very, very grateful to have all of you in my little bit bigger world. And so know that I am also for you, and I hope that these reminders serve you well. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.